Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel today, and wow, it has been a minute since I've sat down, recorded, edited a video, worked on any type of content, and I really missed it. So I really wanted to come back with some type of cooler idea, something different that I haven't done before, something different in Star Citizen and everything like that, and a game that I have been playing almost daily recently, the past probably year, is Microsoft Flight Simulator. And today we're going to be starting a brand new series that I'm going to be calling the National Tour. We're going to be starting here today in Whitehorse, Yukon, flying on down to Victoria International in British Columbia. The kind of goal that I have with this series is to fly to one international airport in every province and territory in Canada. And then we're going to slowly make our way across the world with the different areas of world, showcasing the airlines that they use. So starting off with the series here, we are in Whitehorse, Yukon, which is a beautiful, beautiful area of Canada. For our flight today, we'll be taking the Phoenix Airbus A320 using the Air Canada livery. Will be Air Canada 129 for today. Let's go ahead and get this thing powered on. So we'll go battery 1, battery 2, and external power. And just like that, the airplane's starting to come to life. We can go ahead and turn our emergency lights to arm, our no smoking signs on. We'll keep our seatbelts off for now because there's no fuel on board. Nav lights can go on, wing lights can go on, strobe light can go to auto. Coming up over to the left side of the panel now, we'll go crew supply on, IRS 1, 2, and 3. And we'll come down here, do an APU fire test. There we go, and we can start up the APU. Mastered on, wait 3 seconds, APU starter on. And just like that, the APU is starting up and our top panel is set up for our pre-departure configuration. We're going to come over here to our tablet now, open up the Phoenix app, and import our flight here today. So you can see we are going from Whitehorse to Victoria. In about 43 minutes is our departure time. We have about in air time about 2 hours and 7 minutes, which is a little bit of a longer flight than what I normally do. I do try and keep it to about 90 minutes. Oh well, this national tour is going to be featuring different lengths during our tour across Canada. Sometimes we might be able to fit in more than one flight, so a turnaround service immediately. Other ones we'll have to wait for the next episode. Coming on down now to the McDo, we'll open up the ATSU menu, go to AOC, and initialize our flight. We're just going to grab an init data request here. Let's load. There it goes. Jumping on over to init now. We are ACA 129. Throw that in the flight number. Now, you can just use init request and it'll pull it from sim brief. However, that'll automatically fill out the flight plan portion for you, which I like to do. We'll do CYXY to CYYJ. Alrighty, now let's come over here and pull up our operational flight plan. So our cost index today is going to be 24 with a flight or a cruising altitude of flight level 370. So 24 and 370. Perfect. The initial is ready. So now we'll jump over here to our flight plan. And real quick, before we do that, let's get on the horn with ATC and get our IFR clearance. Ground, good morning. Air Canada 129 with you, looking to pick up an IFR to Victoria.
Air Canada 129er, Eric Nielsen ground. Information Papa is current. Cleared to Victoria. After departure, fly radar vectors to Duxar, then as filed. Departure runway 32 left. Initial climb to 6,000. Departure on 132.1, squawk 2217. Expect runway 32 left.
We are cleared to Victoria after departure. Vectors to Duxar, then as filed. Departure runway 32 left. Initial climb of 6,000. Departure is on 132.1, squawk 2217, and we'll expect runway 32 left for Air Canada 129.
Air Canada 129er, readback correct.
Alrighty, and now that we have our clearance, we can go ahead and jump into Whitehorse, go to departure, and we're going to be departing from 32 left today. And there's no standard instrument departure. We're going to go ahead and insert that. Now we'll come down here to this flight plan discontinuity. Come over here to our routing and impact. So we can see after 32 left, we are direct to Duxar. And we'll open up Duxar here, and we are direct to Keene.
Don't hesitate to contact our friendly crew. Thank you for choosing Air Canada, and we hope you have a pleasant flight.
Our next waypoint, and we're going to insert that there. Alright, so now that we're in the arrival section for Victoria, we'll go to arrivals. We're expecting the ILS runway 9 via the pass 18 transition. Insert that right there. And just like that, our flight plan is inserted and set. Let's go ahead and reach out to the co-pilot, do our cockpit preparation checklist, and then we'll go ahead and get everything loaded and ready to go. Cockpit preparation checklist.
Gear pins and covers.
Remove.
Fuel quantity.
£17,242.
Seatbelts.
On.
ADIRS.
Nav.
Barrow ref.
2921 set.
2921 set. Cockpit preparation checklist completed.
Alrighty, there's a cockpit preparation checklist complete, and we'll jump over here to our departure performance. We're on runway 32 left. Should be relatively dry. And we're going to sync up the load sheet, calculate these, and we have 139, 139, 141. Alright. Jumping over to the performance page here on the FMC, M139, 139, and 1. Our flaps and trim today is going to be flaps 1 down 0.0. And we'll be doing a flex takeoff today of 61 degrees. And just like that, the FMC is now set up for our departure. Wonderful. So on our departure clearance today, we got an initial climb of 6,000. So let's go ahead and throw that into the autopilot. We got about 3 minutes still before our IRs are in alignment. There's not a whole lot else we could do in the meantime. However, we will jump back over here once we are ready to go. Alrighty, everyone, it appears that we're about a minute away from everything being aligned and ready to go. So in that time, let's go ahead and flip the beacon on, let everyone know that we're just about ready to go here, and we'll go ahead and call for the tug to get connected.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
Alrighty, and just like that, our ground crew is connected and ready for the pushback. Let's go ahead and request that. Ground Air Canada 129 is ready for push and start.
Air Canada 129er push and start approved. Face south.
Alrighty, and there's our pushback approval for facing south, so we're going to be pushing back right. Like that. Release the parking brakes. And I don't want to start the engines, however, we will do our before start checklist, so let's go ahead and jump over to the co-pilot and do that. Before start checklist.
Parking brake.
Release.
Takeoff speeds and thrust.
Flexing 61 degree.
V1 139 VR 139 V2 141 windows.
Close.
Beacon.
On.
Before start checklist completed.
Alrighty, checklist is complete once we're done the pushback here, which hopefully they don't mess up the pushback. Yesterday, when I first tried recording this flight, they really fucked it up, or really messed it up. It looks like they're just going to stop here. Yeah, alright. Alright, let's go ahead and start turning on the engine. So we'll go parking brake on, ignition switch to ignition, and let's go ahead and start an engine 2.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to turn the fuel. Yeah, probably helps if you turn the fuel pumps on. Alrighty, both engines are on now. We'll switch that over to the normal. Now let's do our after start checklist. After start checklist.
Anti-ice.
Off.
ECAM status.
Check.
Pitch trim.
Down 0% set.
Rudder trim.
Neutral.
After start checklist completed.
Clear left side.
Steer right side.
Brake check.
Pressure 0.
Flight controls check.
Ready. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Taxi checklist.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Checked. Flap setting.
Config 1+F.
Config 1+F. Radar and predictive wind shear system.
On and auto.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
ECAM memo.
Takeoff. No blue.
Taxi checklist completed.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and grab our taxi clearance. Ground Air Canada 129 is ready for taxi.
Air Canada 129er, taxi to runway 32 left via Foxtrot, Echo.
Taxi to runway 32 left via Foxtrot Echo, Air Canada 129. Go ahead and parking brake off here. We'll do our ground spoilers to arm. Give it a little bit of power. Make a really wide left turn here because the ground crew definitely didn't help us out
Citation
here.
Lima 76 exit parking at discretion.
There we go. Onto the taxi line. And starting our taxi. It's a beautiful sunrise here in Whitehorse this morning. You know, this is really an area that you just really got to take in the scenery. I mean, even for this being like a default scenery from Microsoft Flight Sim, this is like not that bad of a looking little airport. Sometimes the map.
Air Canada 129er, contact tower on 118.3.
118.3. Canada 129. Good day. Good enough. Go ahead and stop the plane. Ready?
Ready.
Take off.
Check.
Man flex 61 degrees, SRS auto thrust blue.
Checked. Thrust set. .100 knots. V1, rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
And there we go. We have departed from Whitehorse. We are in the air, waiting to get sent over to departure. Should be happening here in a second. This is a beautiful sunrise today.
Air Canada 129er, contact departure.
Over to departure, Air Canada 129. Good day.
XR on.
Oh, need our anti-ice. Not like that. We'll bring the thrust back to climb. That way the auto thrust can take over. We got told to switch over to departure, which we'll do now. And departure, good morning, Air Canada 129 with you. Currently 5,000 for 6,000 runway ahead.
Air Canada 129er, Edmonton Center, radar contact. Cleared direct Duxar. Climb flight level 220.
Good direct Duckstar. Corner
1,000 to
maintain
go.
flight level 220, Air Canada 129. I wonder, does my GS suck still? Oh, no, it's not. Everyone's showing up today. This guy's always here, man. Like, you'll notice on our flights, this dude right here, and always on a Nintendo Switch. Like, always. Actually, I'm pretty sure you can see what he's playing. Yeah, this dude's playing Mario Kart. And he's not even in first. How do you have... Wait. How do you have 5 coins already? Do you start with coins in Mario Kart? You guys just ripping some Mario Kart... or Super Mario Kart 8 or whatever, Deluxe 8 or whatever the hell it is. Oh, we got Biden? What's up, Biden? Didn't know I... Didn't know I had a former president on board. We got a twin brother for our guy up the front, and let me guess. Mario Kart? Yeah, they must be playing together, surely. Surely they're playing together. Better not be sick on my plane, boy. You get sick on my plane. We're gonna have some major issues, my friend. Alrighty, everyone. Welcome to flight level 370, our cruising altitude today. And unfortunately, it seems just to be a cloudy mess outside. You can kind of see behind us some of the mountainscape that we're flying over, but looks like as we mosey on down to Victoria, the clouds just get thicker and thicker. Won't be able to see much on the ground. But I do love this aircraft. I love the livery for it. Everything just looks really, really, really good on this thing. You know, Phoenix does an amazing job with all of their aircraft. All right, so now that we're at our cruising altitude, everyone, I'm going to hand it on over to the magic of editing. And we will, unless anything happens, obviously, we'll see you guys at the top of descent.
Air Canada 129er, Anchorage Center, contact Vancouver Center on 128.4.
Vancouver Center, 128.4. Good day, Air Canada 129.
Skyhawk 37 Golf, cleared to Stewart, direct Fogid, then as filed.
Vancouver Center, good day, Air Canada 129 with you, flight level 370.
Air Canada 129er, Vancouver Center identified, good morning.
Captain, we have a situation in the cabin. A young child is fallen ill shortly after we began the snack service. The child was enjoying some juice and suddenly started to feel unwell, experiencing nausea. The parents are quite worried, and I believe we may need to provide some assistance. I will keep you updated on the situation.
Okay, so I'm not sure how well that came through there, just with the engine sounds and everything, but the flight attendants just came to me, and like I said, this is the nice thing with saying intentions, this is all completely random. Like, I didn't start this or anything like that. There's just an off chance of these types of things happening with the flights. And they just came ahead and said that a young child, we're gonna have some major issues, my friend, has fallen ill after the snack service. I'm not quite sure what we served them. So let's go ahead and communicate with our flight crew. Understood. Keep, eyes on the child for now, and if there's anything you guys need, let me know. We are probably going to begin our descent here in the next 15-20 minutes. So we should be okay to continue to Victoria.
Understood, Captain. We'll keep a close eye on the child and monitor the situation. Thank you for your support.
Alrighty, hopefully the child doesn't have any issues, further issues or anything like that. Let's jump over to Navigraph here and just see some options we have if in the weird rare event that we would need to divert. What do we got here? We got Prince George, which has an 11,000 foot runway. We could definitely divert and land there if needed. 500 feet I'm not really too fond of landing on. There with 6,900. Their alternate is Vancouver, which is literally like, if I get rid of the arrival chart, Victoria's here, Vancouver is right there. So I think regardless of what happens, the best plan is to continue into Victoria.
Air Canada 129er, Vancouver Center, descend via Pass 8 into Victoria.
Descend via the Pass 8 into Victoria. Alrighty guys, so as I just heard from ATC, we just got cleared for our descent via the Pass 8. We're about 80 nautical miles now from our top of descent. So now because he said we could descend via the star and didn't give us a specific altitude, we don't need to begin descending right away. We can wait until our proper top of descent. They're not going to get anywhere upset with you or anything like that when it comes to the stars and things like that. So let's go ahead and pull up the constraints just so we have that ready to go. And let's also go ahead and do our arrival brief. So we need to throw in our decision height here of 305 feet. I'm going to quickly quiet down and let the co-pilot and myself do the approach briefing.
Are you ready for the arrival brief?
Go ahead.
Our current weather shows marginal conditions, and we've got the arrival and approach for guidance in FMS for descent planning to get down to the airport. It'll be an ILS approach. The runway is dry, and we take the first available turn and taxi to the gate for ATC instructions. Once cleared, we can plan to start the APU for taxiing. Any questions?
No questions.
Brief complete.
And there we go. We are properly briefed, ready for the arrival. You can see here on the FMC we have runway 9 showing up just about, probably about 140 nautical miles ahead of us, probably, I think is the rings for that. So as we get a little bit closer here, we're going to turn this down to 80. I like to turn this down as we get closer and closer to the top of descent, just so that I can get a more accurate reading of when it is time to pull that button. Now, if you do recall from our arrival here via the Pass 8, in a little bit here. So by the Vancouver VOR, we need to be no lower than 13,000, so we'll come on down to 14,000. Then once we pass the Vancouver VOR, we'll come on down to 5,000 for Kelku. We'll get radar vectored in for the landing on runway 9. Unless, obviously, we get given a different runway, then we will set up and prepare for that, which may seem chaotic. Sorry, I'm going to be a little bit stressed, but that's we'll figure it out. We'll be good there. As we are just about ready to begin our descent into Victoria, I'll see you guys a little bit closer to the top of descent. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the flight deck here. We are about 15 nautical miles from our top of descent. Let's check up on the child that's sick in the back of the airplane, make sure that they're doing okay, make sure we're not anticipating anything, you know, that would make us have to change our course or our plan. So let's go ahead and reach out to them now.
WestJet X-ray 75.
Hey,
Contact
flight
Vancouver
crew,
approach
hope
on
everything's doing well. How is our
128.175.
sick child back there doing?
128.175, WestJet XF5.
The child is still feeling unwell, Captain. We're keeping a close eye on them and providing comfort as needed. I'll keep you updated if there are any changes.
Alrighty, so the child's still feeling unwell, but there hasn't been any changes right now. So let's go ahead and get ready for our descent here. Oh my god, my microphone's been muted this entire time I've been talking. Oh my god, I'm such a approach Air Canada 129, descending via the Pass 8 arrival. That is, I talked about so many things, I can't remember
Air
now.
Canada 129er, Victoria approach. Good morning, Victoria altimeter 29.85. Expect the ILS runway 27 approach into Victoria.
27. Expecting the ILS runway 27 approach in Victoria, Air Canada 129. Okay, so we're going to need to be quick with this actually and change this over to the 27 because I apparently don't know how to use my microphone.
Contact Vancouver approach on 133.1.
So let's pull the heading tracker here. There we go. And temporary insert that change. And we will go direct to Amiibo, insert there, or else the plane will try and turn itself around. So we actually need to go down a little bit faster here. Sorry, I'm going to be a little bit stressed for here for a second. So I'm over on Navigraph right now. I'm pulling up the ILS chart for runway 27. And we're going to need to reinsert our minimums and things like that here. So let me do that quickly. So we're about 10,000 feet right now. We should be fine to hit that mark that we're looking for.
Air
the
Canada
plane's starting to slow us down.
Vancouver approach
So we're in
identified. Good morning,
we're
Victoria
in the
altimeter
performance
29er,
page. So our
85.
new decision height is going to be 257 feet now. Speed limit is exceeded. Oh, we're below 10,000. Oopsies.
Captain, cabin is ready.
Whoopsie daisies.
Air
Just so I
Canada
can track
129.
that. There we go.
Vancouver approach. Descend and maintain 3300 turn left. Heading 085 vectors for the ILS runway 27 approach. Altimeter 29.83.
330. Let's do this real quick. Descend and maintain 3300 feet. Turn left heading 085. Vectors for the ILS 27. Air Canada 129.
Air Canada 129,
So
Vancouver
let's do
approach.
our
Contact Victoria
turn
approach on
here of
125.905.
085. I contact Victoria approach 125.905. Air Canada 129. Good day. Man, they're sending me instructions like crazy. Victoria approach Air Canada 129, descending to 3300 feet, heading 085.
Air Canada 129, Victoria approach. Good morning. Victoria altimeter 29.83.
293 into the altimeter. There we go. Yes, we are going past our path here, but the air traffic controller will vector us around here soon. Get us to turn around for this waypoint here. And actually, here it
Air
comes.
Canada 129, 8 miles from LAFO. Turn right heading 200, descend and maintain 2300 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 27 approach.
Turn right, heading 200, descend and maintain 2300 feet, and until established on the localizer, cleared for the ILS runway 27 approach. Alright, so let's go ahead and arm approach mode, do that, and let's do our approach checklist.
Radar altimeter alive.
Approach checklist.
Barrow ref.
2983 set,
2983 set. Seatbelts.
on,
Minimum.
257 feet set,
Auto brake.
medium armed,
Engine mode selector.
normal.
Approach checklist completed.
Alright, so the approach checklist is completed. We are also down to our required altitude of 2,300 feet. Activate approach phase. So she's now going to go into the FMC here. Go away. Go to next page. Or no. Good. Approach phase has been activated. Wonderful. Perfect. Good there. Wait.
Air Canada 129, contact Victoria Tower on 119.1.
119.1, Air Canada 129, good day. Alrighty. Switch over. And we're just still waiting to get onto the localizer here, which is a little concerning. There we go. Localizer has it. Alrighty. Flaps 1. Flaps 1.
Speed checked.
Alrighty, so we're also going to come up here to our GPWS and enable the flaps 3 landing configuration, just so that our system doesn't yell at us. And once we capture the glide slope... Oh, actually, here we go. Power, good day, Air Canada 129, established on the localizer for 27 left.
Air Canada 129er, Victoria
two.
International Airport
Speed
Tower,
check.
roger. Continue
Gear down.
approach for runway 27 left.
And continue the approach
Gear
for
down.
runway 27 left, Air Canada 129.
Cabin
Captain
crew be seated
24,
for
runway
landing.
27, cleared to land.
Flaps 3.
Speed checked.
Clear to land, runway 27, Air Canada 129. Flight attendant seats for landing. Landing checklist.
ECAM memo.
Landing, no blue.
Okay, Captain.
Landing checklist completed.
$500. $400.
100 above.
100 above. 300.
Minimums.
Continue.
Check.
Minimum. 100.
Glide slow.
40, 30, 20. Retard.
Alrighty.
Spoilers. Reverse green. Decel.
Woo! Got a little sweaty on that one. Missed the center line a bit. That crosswind was something
70 knots.
crazy.
Air Canada 129er, welcome to Victoria. Contact ground on 121.9er.
Ground 121.9, Air Canada 129. Good day.
Air Canada 129er, Victoria International Airport ground. Taxi to 3 via Echo Golf Charlie, cross runway 03, then Bravo Alpha. Have a good day.
Taxi to 3 via Echo Golf Charlie, cross runway 03, then Bravo Alpha. Good day. But yeah, welcome to Victoria, everyone. That was not my greatest landing. Definitely a couple of bumps there. That left to right crosswind was just crazy. We went a little bit off center line. I was trying my best to keep it as centered as possible. I need to get some rudder pedals. That's what I think is going to help my landings a lot, especially when you're doing those crabbed approaches.
Star November 752 9er Papa Victoria ground. Go ahead with your request.
Stop here. Alrighty, parking brake goes on. Shutting down the engines.
752 9er Papa.
Turn the beacon light off.
Copy, Twin Star 29er
And
Papa.
we're gonna come over here. That's that for now. Jump into Fennec. Let's get stairs, door, and GPU. Seatbelt light can come off. Taxi lights. And we'll switch over to external power and alrighty guys, and just like that, welcome to Victoria. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, the first episode of the national tour. Next episode, you can expect us to be flying right here from Victoria all the way over to Calgary. And because that flight is so short, we might just be able to fit in a quick little, maybe a Calgary to Edmonton or something like that. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to like and comment. I really would appreciate it. And it feels great to be back in the flight deck and back making content. Thank you guys so much, and I'll check you guys next week for the A350 video, some VATSIM videos, and National Tour 2. Peace.